Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Hi, this is Mark Wade, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Interesting artistic choice.
Oh, Wade has written Doctor Strange before, so. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Capes and Lunatics.
Ampersand!
The Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness edition. Anyway, I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that other mustache bro. It is
Charlie, the Professor Essa. Not a member
Strange
of
is
the
gonna
Lunatics.
get you. He can be the only guy with the mustache in the room. He's gonna get you.
and another woman who works dark magic. It is.
Hey y'all, it's Lilith Hellfire.
Every book back there is the Dark Hold.
I actually forgot to check something.
Spoilers.
All right, so yes, this is our big Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness episode. But let's take a minute and say goodbye. We just heard the news today. Yes, we knew it was coming, but it's still hard. We lost Titan of Comics, another one, George Perez, who basically drew every Marvel and DC character ever. Sometimes in large group shots. Avengers,
Hey, we need a guy that can tell them that they fight for 15 pages. Get him on the line!
Again, Crisis on Infinite Earths. He drew every DC character at that point in 12 issues, and it still looked spectacular.
Yeah, and quite frankly, iconic images all
Oh,
around.
yeah.
It is.
My local comic book shop guy is kicking himself from that Wonder Woman, and I scored all the Teen Titan stuff too. So.
Yes, Teen Titans, Avengers, Justice League. The first guy to draw Dick Grayson as Nightwing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys pick up that book. I picked it up. It was only like $40. You know, the Life and Times or whatever of George Perez and illustrations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll get the exact title. You can put it in the.
Yes, please. I would like to see that. So, yes, unfortunately, we've lost another. Someone
just couldn't hold out 2 more years for me. For me.
I know he died at 67. I know. Oh, please!
What a life, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how many decades was he doing comics? And his work never suffered. Even people whose work doesn't suffer, sometimes you'll see it change or evolve over time. I mean, he started quality, he kept it quality over how many decades?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the mark of a master. What can you say?
Oh, yeah. He never failed to deliver.
And it's I think there are certain artists who just have a knack for the media, and in that media, that is really he is really one of the great ones.
And I almost always forget it's he's not just an artist. I mean, he wrote stuff too. I mean, like Lil mentioned, some of that Wonder Woman stuff. Was that him who did for those first couple New 52 Supermans, Lil?
I believe so.
I believe he wrote.
You guys can see it, but that's the book.
Oh, okay. Yes, I would like
George Perez storyteller. Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately. But
yeah. Well, this is.
They're still working on that one thing that everybody was planning on, though, right? So they'll probably kind of expedite that.
What? Oh, the Avengers JLA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sales were already. I think the able to order it and stuff was already in. So
yeah.
I think all they do is deliver it. Yeah.
Well, that seems to be an issue these days too, on both sides of the aisle. So.
Yeah, but again, I mean, if monies have been paid, I mean, I'm sure people are going to be like, well,
Still,
where's
sometimes.
my product? Yeah. But again, it's Marvel and DC. I don't think they're going to,
Yeah, and don't worry, it's not Kevin Smith writing it. So,
Oh, look at Charlie on the Captain Smith hate wagon. What happened?
no, just acknowledging that the man is not good with deadlines. So,
no, I mean, and this is like a story from early mid 2000s. So I mean, it's just a reprint. So yeah. It's been done. Yeah, they just got to deliver it.
It's been done. Okay.
All right, so
enough time. It's wasting time.
Speaking of crying over a review, hey, should we talk Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
If you have to.
Best Marvel film ever.
Oh,
it was.
Oh, that mouse muff must taste just chef's kiss.
I don't even know what you're talking about. This is okay. And not everyone is.
Even with that fake footage.
What fake footage? Oh no!
You said that thing with Krasinski and them wasn't.
Oh well, no. Well, we didn't see Krasinski until today, or the other day. And no, the first time I saw it, it did not look real. It looked very, very poorly done, which is probably why they pulled it, because it was not fully rendered yet.
Well, I think someone just shot that.
It looks fine.
Didn't someone steal that with their cell phone or whatever? So that's probably why it looked like crap.
Yeah, no, there was one that was released by Marvel Canada, and then it got pulled. But people had pulled it off the internet before then. But no, it's probably not fully rendered. This is well, no, but this is always the thing.
Kyle Mom's a big fat bitch.
the reason Marvel doesn't like to release trailers early is because they want to. Because first off, they know how crazy the fans are.
Yes,
and they know. Hey, trust me, they know from just their years of trying to make the Hulk look right. They know no matter how good it is, there will be this chorus of angry fans if it's not perfect. And so they don't like to release anything until it is perfect, until it is cinema perfect.
Oh, yeah. They know the Charlie Essers and the Rob Southgates of the world are going to look over every pixel of it. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And so when something gets leaked that's not fully rendered, I question it greatly, Because
I don't question it because the fans they're devious now. We're at the point where, yep, I'll believe it.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that we have seen faked. I mean, during the whole Spider-Man thing, there was a lot of really faked trailers that were supposed to be it that weren't. That just used footage from old movies and things like that.
No, if you can't tell that it's old movies, that's your fault.
Well, yeah, but this is my thing. Is people will try it. People can get very good with their home computers to make things look much more realistic. That you could think, oh, that almost looks like it, And they'll bring in images from other movies, and it's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah. So first, I guess if we want to jump into the middle of it, the whole Illuminati scene.
And again, spoilers, kids.
Yeah.
There be spoilers ahead.
This is perfect. Because they can immediately establish that, those Inhumans, they're actually from an entirely different world. We weren't even talking about it. They weren't from the MCU. They were from the whatever number they gave this world.
838.
838, yes. That was the 838 Inhumans. The Inhumans we have on the MCU Inhumans will actually be good.
Okay, here's my question. Shouldn't the MCU be something other than 616? The comics are 616.
And they're definitely not the comics.
Yeah,
but, for all intent purposes, that's the main universe for their Marvel Cinematic Universe.
As we say, everyone thinks they're in the 616 until it gets revealed they're not. So every main universe is the 616.
But we definitely know that Miles isn't. So.
Well, I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know. If we actually ever went back to the Spider-Verse and they gave the numbers, they might make Miles 616.
Well, that's what they're saying. Oh, the Sony. Wonder what number the Sony verse.
Yeah,
is.
Sony can't be the main verse. So.
Well, they can. Okay, these are actually fictional, so they can
696.
call it whatever they want.
I'm talking legally though.
No, legally, yeah, but legally, they may have the rights to. They may have the right to say it's Earth 616.
Well, if
Marvel
Marvel
might let
can't have Uncle Ben, I'm sure they were like, well, you can't have 616. Don't ever mention those 3 numbers.
What was the Ultimate Universe? Was it 16 or 18 something? Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually based off of the year in which it gets released.
Yeah.
You know, or
I
the
would
issue number in which, like, the What If was. There's, yeah.
I know a lot of people that were lost in this movie, though. Like, okay, like, everybody groaned when Krasinski showed up in my showing.
Really?
They're like,
Oh, I flipped him off.
And then they're like, he's got kids and a wife. I was just like, well,
Oh yeah, bearded Reed Richards. That's current Reed Richards.
exactly.
Yeah. That's. I mean, they kept to they kept the nerdy stuff very nerdy, and I liked it. They even talked about incursions.
And when Professor X died, everybody was like, no.
I know.
Oh yeah, but you saw that coming because they killed
A
everyone
mile
else.
away, clearly. But I mean, these were like a bunch of noobs. Like, I saw people still getting up. I'm like, this is like the 75th freaking Marvel movie. Why are you getting up before the end credit scene?
I know.
What
Yeah.
are
I guess
you
people-
doing?
I figure people just don't want to
They
wait.
just don't
for
care.
it,
I was like,
I'm
it's only 2 hours. It's not like it was Endgame.
I
You
know.
can't wait an
like,
extra 3 minutes.
I know. I'm just like, if you don't
No.
know about it now, I'm like, you have to just not care.
I literally was like, oh, I guess you're going to look it up on YouTube.
Yeah, and to be fair, you always can. You know.
It's
Oh,
not
and
the
that
same.
and
Well,
that final
especially if you
one,
saw it in IMAX or 3D. It's not the same.
and that final one, the Bruce Campbell.
Oh,
Like I
love,
said, it was very much a Sam Raimi film, especially
That's
towards
what
that
you-
middle once we got into the Illuminati stuff and yeah.
Although I have to say, what's interesting, I didn't even realize that was a. I mean, I should have realized that. Oh, that's an Evil Dead reference when he starts
Yeah.
fighting himself. But I didn't even realize it until the very end, and I go, "Oh, now I get it. It's the end, or it's over." That was great.
That's what Luca exclaimed because he goes, "Oh, when America's like, when's that going to wear off?" He's like, "Yeah, 3 weeks." And Luca goes, 3 weeks.
Yeah. That wasn't very nice of Doctor Strange. But
Oh,
then
no,
again,
I mean,
this
he could've
Doctor
made it
Strange is
fine.
not a nice man, first of all.
Yeah.
And my friends they're trying to convince me that I should be at least an MCU Stephen Strange fan because he don't like them kids. He don't care about them kids. He's like, I'll kill you, I'll kill you, I'll kill Spider-Man, I'll kill them all. If you're not a blonde with big boobs, I don't care.
There's a drop. And then the
Shout out
mustard-
to Charlize Theron as Clea. Sorcerer Supreme!
Yes, she was fun. I was glad. Although
I
again,
cannot wait
it's-
for that next movie. I'm like, I can watch that movie with the sound off easily. I smell an Aquaman.
Yeah.
Because I am not a fan of these Doctor Strange movies. They just do not do it for me.
Okay.
Although I loved America Chavez, so
yeah,
She was
yeah.
cool.
I liked
it
her
did
better.
feel like WandaVision season 2 and America Chavez season 1. Like poor Stephen Strange is getting the freaking Captain America treatment. It's not even your movie, bro. It's
like
not
the-
even your movie.
You
I
know
liked
what?
America here better than in the comics.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well,
I like the comic book, and I'm
Well,
glad that she
I
got
don't know,
control
maybe
of her kind of powers.
Maybe it's just
Yeah.
the stories I've read, but I don't know. She seems like
Well,
she has a
and,
kick
you
on
know,
the
it's
story
not you're not
most
the
of time in
demographic
comics.
either, Phil.
Yeah,
To be fair.
but no, like I said, I liked her here.
she's very well, and
Well,
to
she
give you-
mellows Strange out. You see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to give you a perspective, she's
Strange
much
by himself
younger.
is a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Oh.
That definitely. But she's much younger here than she is in the comics.
Yeah,
So in the comics, she's a much more. She's basically gone through this, and she has the control. So we're getting her. This is sort of a teenage America Chavez, who is still afraid of her powers. You know, it's a different origin because in this one, her powers happen at this young age, and she opens that. It's not even the destruction of her family's universe.
no, yeah, no.
It is her falling through space and time and then losing her parents. And so that's why she's afraid. But as Doctor Strange tells her, at the end, that's the big moment is
Yeah.
you can control this. I
That-
don't
that-
need to take it from you.
Zombie Strange was the best Strange because he didn't.
Oh, that
tell
was
Oh,
us
yes.
awesome.
anything.
Yeah. But no, the 20-second clip of her and her mother is the one China wanted removed. Really?
Ooh, two mothers. We can't have them saying that. We need them pushing out babies. No ideas. We've lifted our one-child policy. Populate.
They pushed out a baby. What's the complaint about?
Maybe
It's just two mommy babies. You can do that. Science is wonderful. They do that in China, I'm sure.
Yeah, you just take the rib.
No, you take the two eggs and you smush them together. And there you go. That's how you make a baby in China.
I ain't pissing off China.
I'm
with Trey and Matt on this one.
No, I'm going to be honest. No, they've actually done this. They've actually, I mean, not with humans, but they have done this. Like the science is relatively sound. You can take the DNA out of one egg and put it into the other, and start it up.
Okay. Let's rewind. I want to get back to like the beginning of this episode of this movie.
I like that we just started in the middle of it. Okay.
Hey, made a shorter movie.
Cut to the chase. I'm here for it.
I know.
It's a Sam Raimi film, man.
Exactly. That's what I said. Exactly.
But him at Christine's wedding, I'm just like, I was just waiting for when he's talking to her at the bar and everything. I'm just waiting for her to say, Steven, you know what? I was happy to be a good friend to you, but I didn't love you that way, you know.
But she did.
Well,
but he's unlovable. Like, let's be real. He is unlovable. I don't care what anybody says.
He just seems too arrogant. I don't know. I'm just waiting for her to put him in his place.
He's definitely one of those Mr. Fixer-uppers, but she's like, I've had enough. I've got a good guy. I'm not going to blow it. I'm glad you showed up and you didn't. But isn't it ironic that the monster just happened to be 2 blocks away from her wedding venue? Like, really? I feel like he summoned it, like, just between us hens. I feel like maybe he hired Wanda to do the whole thing. I'm just saying.
No, the
I get the explanation he gives at the end of the movie. You took us exactly to where we needed to be. Yada yada. He hired Wanda. I'm just telling you. He is an evil man. He killed Tony on purpose. You cannot trust him.
Well, you know,
all strangers are strange. We've proven this.
Yeah.
And then what's his face at the wedding? He's like, "Oh, you know, was it worth it?" I would have been like, "Oh."
Well, that's my favorite character because he gave him the business.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dr. West.
I have no problem giving Doctor Strange a business, but I'd be like, "Yeah, well, it brought back half the universe. You know, I put my own life on the line on this planet. You know, I got."
No, he looked into the monster and was like, "Oh, I'm safe. I'm good."
Yeah, I know, but he still had to trust that everyone could execute that plan. He wasn't around.
Yeah, and to be fair, he didn't. He got snapped. So
yeah, I'd be like, I got busted too. Oh, sorry, but
he had anything to live for. First of all, we're gonna be real. We're gonna be real.
Well, yeah.
I mean, not to be. To be real.
To be a himbo and sleep with multiple women. Yeah, come on.
Is that what life? I mean, outside of Matt Murdock.
Hey, two little hellfire.
I have dogs, first of all.
I know.
But
as we've seen through the multiverse, Steven is a lonely man with nothing to lose, so he'll try anything.
But that was a cool battle with the tentacle monster.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait, did they write this for me? I was like, sparkly quantum tentacles in the first 5 minutes. Thank you, Sam Raimi.
They have the runes on them for the witchcraft, because that's how you know.
Those are more like bitchcraft. God, I just wanted to choke Wanda. Just
And again, I saw people online that are saying, "Oh, didn't she learn a lesson from WandaVision?" I'm like, I didn't like.
Yeah, don't trust the Avengers.
I don't like what they did with her, but I understand it. I'm like, wasn't she possessed by the Darkhold?
Yeah, she was corrupted by
You
the
can't
Darkhold.
blame her for this time. You know, she was possessed.
Yeah. I mean, I was waiting for
Although
the big
she should know better than to mess around with magic like that. Anywho.
Yeah, she should. Well, actually, no, she shouldn't, because she's an untrained witch.
Darkhold? That tells you everything you need to know. Darkhold. It is not rocket science.
And why is I was gonna say, why is she going looking for those kids before she goes looking for Vision? But although maybe, you know,
for her brother.
Well, he's dead, but
well, yeah,
I mean, back. I'm sure he's alive in another a Fox universe.
Yeah,
well, that's gonna take really dark magic, love.
The mouse wields it. Trust me.
Well, no, but her main thing.
That's when her life really fell to poop. So when you start pulling the threads, you want to go back to actually go kill Tony Stark, you see, or actually kill Howard Stark. See, she wasn't thinking. You can't be afraid to dream bigger.
I did like that scene when Professor X goes in her head, and yeah, she's like,
a red mist, you say?
Well, no, she's like trapped in the wreckage, like in Sokovia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
She said nobody can know my secret. She snapped that man's neck, homie.
Yeah.
Literally.
But yeah. Look. Here's the thing about it. Okay, you had some really great evolution of characters in this. You had Strange again respecting Wong in this, because at first he won't bow to Wong
as much as he can. As much as
he can. But
they kind of cut Daddy Wong off at every angle to be great. I'm just saying, I didn't really appreciate that. I was like, let Zaddy Wong be Zaddy Wong, man. You ain't got to make him incompetent at every turn that you can.
He's not. He actually did very well against a force that is, by canon, more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme. They didn't say more powerful than Strange. They didn't say more powerful than Wong. They said more powerful than the Sorcerer Supreme, whoever that might be at the time. And to put it to you simply, even more powerful than America Chavez, because what actually defeats her isn't any big power punch. It is literally Wanda realizing those aren't her kids. Those are kids that look like her kids, but they're not her kids. And they would never accept her as their mother because they're not their mother.
I just don't know if I like the moral of the story that there's nothing more dangerous to the universe than a delusional woman. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, I mean, I guess you can look at it however you want. If that's the moral you want to take from it, that's fine.
Well, we got a capable woman in America, so.
Yeah, we got a lot of capable women in this, and we had a lot of.
Oh, what was that eye roll? Eye roll?
That's fine.
Hey, look.
I mean, the bar is in hell when it comes to Marvel and the portrayal of females in their movies. So, hey, we'll take what we can get.
Still better than Brie Larson.
Yeah. By the way,
they finally put the Captain Marvel I wanted to see, and she's dead. So
she's not dead.
Oh, Monica's mother, yeah.
Yeah, she just had a building fall on her. She's a freaking Captain
And how
Marvel.
dare they do the most excruciating death for Captain Carter, first of all.
Oh, Captain Carter might not even be dead yet.
I mean, most excruciating, she ripped Reed Richards apart.
Well, yeah. I don't care about him because it's played by Krasinski. I don't care.
I mean, truth be told,
but yeah,
the only people that we know are dead in this are Black Bolt, who we're not going to miss. Although I will say this, and again, this is one thing I will say, I liked his portrayal of Black Bolt much better in this.
Yes.
Well, you have to have a better writer.
Yeah, you had a better writer and a better director. He still seems dyspeptic, but aside from that, he was actually not bad.
It would have been funnier if it was Lockjaw. I'm just saying.
It was a good week for Anson Mount, man. He got to redeem Black Bolt, and then he's Captain Pike premiered this week on Strange New Worlds. Well,
yes.
Oh yeah, and that is a great role. Mm-hmm. So right there,
he's gonna get outshine when Kirk shows up, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah,
Paul Wesley is gonna. all the TVD fans are just gonna come in and be like,
at the end of the episode. At the end of the episode, Charlie Lowell said that's the Mirror Universe Kirk because he has a mustache.
Yes, I know I believe that's Samuel Kirk, his brother. So,
his father Tiberius.
Anyway.
So you love this movie? You said, Charlie. You said this was like
I love this movie. I mean, there's so much.
True believers go true believe.
Look, everything about it. Okay, you know what? So here's the most.
It doesn't feel rushed and unfinished to you. Okay.
Oh, not in the slightest. Look. Have you ever seen a Sam Raimi film? This is
of
what
course
they look like. Yeah, I mean, this is what they look like.
But it's still in the Marvel universe. Is my point. It's still the MCU.
Yeah, but it's.
I heard people say that they like Dark World, Thor: The Dark World, better than this movie. A lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna hear one of them at the end of the episode.
Yes, I'm sure. I'm sure. Look. There are a lot of people that, like I said, this was a film written for me, so I understand a lot of people aren't going to like it. But like for me, this was everything I've wanted from a
So
Marvel
it
movie.
makes sense and everything's fine. There's no nitpicks you have or anything.
Is part of it
Not
just,
really. No, I mean, like I said, I even tolerated Krasinski.
Ooh.
I thought he portrayed the role well for the few lines he had.
I just want poor Rachel McAdams to come back. That's all I want.
Yeah.
I love Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that. Here's what I'll say. I really thought there was a lot that was good in it. I liked the way they introduced the Illuminati. I liked the fact that they discussed incursions, about how they talked about how Doctor Strange.
But Illuminati is real in the main universe, though, right? I think that's what Wong and Captain Marvel are actually up to from Shang-Chi. Is it just me?
No, I don't.
I feel like maybe.
Maybe that.
Yeah, except I don't think it's as secretive there.
They had that
they had
ball
Bruce Banner in it.
Yeah,
too,
they had that
and,
ball maker banner. Come on.
Yeah, they
wait. I mean, look. They had it. They had a Sorcerer Supreme. They had a Captain Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to see Professor X roll out.
Well, although Captain Marvel was never a member of the Illuminati.
But in this universe, technically, it could be our Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
At the end of Shang-Chi,
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. In this universe, they have Captain Carter as one of them. They have, and then they have a Sorcerer Supreme, an Inhuman. No Namor, so...
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. And,
we might find that out in the next Black Panther movie. Who knows?
Maybe and this is where it gets into this. This is where things can expand out, and this is where things could be more interesting. But I liked what they did. They gave us what we wanted to see, which was a fully formed, full Marvel universe. That was fun, but then they also showed how fragile these universes can be. We got this real. I liked the Scarlet Witch arc is, to me, really perfect because it is so clearly playing on her hubris and her need to be told she is the Scarlet Witch. Here's what I'm going to tell you: if you had gone into that temple 2 weeks ago, there wasn't some big Scarlet Witch lady standing there with her two babies next to her. It would have been whoever got the book that week. It would have been someone else and what their heart's desire was. Because it's the freaking Darkhold. It changes to whatever you want to see. It gives you what you want to see. And that is one of the things that I feel like they didn't touch on as well as they could have in this. But they also established this idea that the Darkhold that we saw is a copy.
Oh, yeah.
Which means the other Darkhold that we've seen could also be a copy.
Well, yeah, no.
So there may be copies of the Darkhold out there that have that touch of Chthon in it.
Yeah, the temple itself was basically
the temple was the original copy. Yeah.
Yeah, but all that happened was it fell down. It's a magical temple, Phil. You can knock those things down. They put themselves back together.
Nobody wants to go back to Wonder Gore. Nobody.
Well,
I was waiting for the High Evolutionary to pop out.
Well,
they know better. He is not meant for 2022, babes.
Yeah.
That's why Sinister didn't do well. X-Men Apocalypse. Those characters are not meant for prime time anymore. And neither is Strange. Turning water into wine at somebody's wedding.
I told you, man. I wouldn't have drinking that wine, man. Especially if I'm a woman.
Look, she's
known
him for years.
You see what Mordo did? Not Mordo. You saw what what's his face did to him with the tea. I was just like, well.
Yeah.
Somebody got a hot copy.
Oh.
It is.
It's a South Park. Relax.
Yeah, I mean, I get. Look, I'm not used to being the sober one here, so.
Whoa! I'm sober.
Yeah.
Allegedly, Phil.
I was gonna say 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
But no, like I said, in this film, you get to see Doctor Strange dealing with the fact that he's in a different world, one where he's not the Sorcerer Supreme anymore, and it's still what he wants because he's been there. But he's also trying to figure out what his place is in this world because, he is he's still the guy that really could never tell, Christine Palmer what he really felt. He can eventually tell it to the other universe.
He's a narcissist. He doesn't feel anything. He just wants her because he can't have her because she moved on.
I guess if you want to...
I've read the Strange books, especially the early stuff. You can't fool me. You can't fool me.
Again, these characters are fictional, and each new story is its own encapsulation of a character.
I'm just saying, the comic book informs the character in the movie. And he is classic textbook narcissist. I'm sorry.
I'm not disagreeing, but I'm going to say that there's also possibly more to it than that.
It's the reason why him and Clea's relationship is clearly meant to be.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, that is his Susan Storm. That is his Lois Lane. That is the one that throughout all space and time, they eventually, get together, then get divorced. It is. Look, no film is going to make everyone happy. I don't know if people are going to be all negative on this. I think a lot of people are going to love it. I think that basically people that don't know Marvel very well will probably love the excitement of it. People that do know Marvel really well, that are nerdy about it, are going to enjoy the way they wove in these comic book ideas.
I don't know those fight scenes though. Something out of Harry Potter. I didn't appreciate it.
Okay, well, I've never seen Harry Potter, so I don't know.
Magic.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers might want to make a phone call. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The biggest complaint I keep seeing on social media is just like what they did with Wanda. That's the thing I see people keep complaining about.
Well, I don't understand what people are complaining about with what they did.
That they made her evil. They wanted her to, have.
Yes, because
have you ever? Do you know anything about Wanda Maximoff?
Yes.
Magneto is her dad. Like, what do you want from her?
Oh my God, Elizabeth Olsen is steering into the skid too. Because I saw one article a couple days ago. They're like, "Oh, Elizabeth Olsen wants to utter Scarlet Witch's infamous words and stuff." So.
Yeah.
Well, she signed a 7-movie deal, so
you don't even have any mutants. How are you going to scream no more mutants?
Well, we'll see what
we
she
do.
does.
She's got to fix it.
And I'm going to tell you something. We haven't seen the last of Scarlet Witch.
Is that?
She got a 7-movie deal.
I know. It's
Brie Larson is somewhere.
This is the whole point. So this is the whole point.
Are we going to lay that at her feet, though?
Yeah.
Because she said the words.
Clearly.
And reverse it, and then all of a sudden, we already said, always had X-Men, but everyone forgot because she said some words.
Well, look, here's what I'm going to tell you. Because we know there are other copies of the Darkhold in this universe. We know this, and don't act like we don't know it. We know this. That other Darkhold is going to be able to return everything else. Because not for nothing, that Book of Ashanti, that was a copy too. Because you know what? You can't just burn the Book of Ashanti with a match. Just like you can't stab the Darkhold.
Maybe the Darkhold is in Doctor Strange because he's looking like that three-eyed fish from
He's
the
been corrupted before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, exactly. This is the thing.
It's living in Doctor
gets
Strange.
into you.
It's living in Doctor Strange in harmony with that with those venereal diseases. Hey.
Oh yeah.
And where are they going? To the dark dimension. That is the thing. Oh, that they even call out Chiton again, saying the first demon, which is who Chiton is, wrote, inscribed these dark magics into the walls of Mount Wondermore.
And you know who else is probably going to show up too? You know who Clea is related to, right?
Yeah, Dormammu.
Yeah.
Didn't he kill him in the first movie, allegedly?
Can you kill Dormammu though?
I know, that's what I'm just saying.
One of those petty.
No, he didn't
petty
kill Dormammu.
He can't kill.
He made Dormammu rage quit.
you contain him, but yeah, oh yeah, remember
Yeah.
he really
You know, I fell asleep on that movie. That movie is my Electra.
he threw him into a time loop where he's just kept coming back. The Dormammu would kill him and come back like, I've come to bargain. I've come to bargain.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
basically
used his greatest weapon, Lilith. He annoyed the shit out of him.
Yeah, well, and this is the thing. Not every film is for every person. You know, there are people that like the X-Men films. I don't know why, but they do.
I don't think so. I think we tolerate them because that's all we had at one point, and we just look at it through nostalgia glasses. Honestly, because they all are nonsense, utter nonsense.
I don't know. They brought back Patrick Stewart to be
Patrick
Xavier
Stewart's
again.
Patrick Stewart, first of all, regardless.
Yeah,
Well, we all love
regardless.
Patrick Stewart's like J.K. Simmons. It's like we got to bring him back to play this part, you know.
James McAvoy is crying in a corner. You don't want young, sexy Professor Xavier.
The only person they would bring back from those movies is Hugh Jackman.
You never know.
He said give it to Daniel Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe would be great as Wolverine. That man is ripped. Have you seen the Weird Al Yankovic trailer?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I've seen footage from that play where he was naked back in the day. So yeah.
Yeah, no, the man works out. The man takes care of himself. So I'm down for a Daniel Radcliffe.
Age appropriate.
You know, I hope he can get the Canadian accent right. You know.
Did Hugh Jackman? We always forget he's Canadian until they say, "Don't you want to serve your country?" I'm Canadian, bub.
Like see with his beady eyes and flapping head,
just like in real life.
Oh,
anyway, but yeah, I mean it. So it's interesting, the question of incursions. And if this is going to be something that comes up, if that's going to be the real framing device for Phase 4.
Is that going to be the big
Of course, that's what we've been working towards, Secret War. Not the good Secret Wars with, Black Suit Spider-Man, the 2015 Secret Wars.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we working towards that Secret War, Charlie?
I mean, we've been doing that since Loki.
It's possible.
I wonder, though, if we do incursions, if, like, that way they can drop multiple characters from different universes in, like, we'll get
whoever stays.
We'll get a new T'Challa, whoever else we want to replace.
Well, like, you kind of look like that guy Killmonger, but that's fine.
Well,
I'm surprised they didn't go there. I'm surprised we didn't have, like, a good Killmonger on the Illuminati.
There's still time. There's still time.
I know.
This phase is all about variants, and I guess, a Secret Wars will clean it all up and clean it all out.
And to put it to you very simply, we may not see the last of Earth. What do we say? 838.
838.
Yeah, because Christine Palmer's still alive. Morty's still alive.
Mm-hmm. You probably know that Captain Marvel's still alive. I mean, all he did was drop debris on her. I mean, it's a Captain Marvel.
Although she's black, so she doesn't have plot armor. So just being real with y'all, like, don't hold your breath on that one.
Yeah.
Well, again, it's an alternate universe. None of them have plot armor.
Yeah, that was the entire point.
If Patrick Stewart doesn't have plot armor, none of them have plot armor.
That wasn't him. That was a clone body, you idiot. Don't you know anything about Professor X? His real body's in a hospital in a coma.
Which will magically make look like himself by the next movie.
Yes.
It's like Ralph on in that season of Flash. He possessed somebody who had, like, stretchy capabilities to reform himself.
I thought you were talking about Ralph Boner for a second.
No, the other Ralph.
Ralph. But
can we get an F in the chat for Evan? F in the chat for Evan. I know he was so disappointed. He's like, I showed up on WandaVision. Come on.
But the fact of the matter is that we can get that Illuminati back with the Captain Marvel, who no doubt survived. Mordu, we can get in this universe's Medusa onto it as the new ruler of the Inhumans, and get Magneto on it, man.
Oh,
he's busy on Krakoa. We're not touching that right now.
Get Ian McClellan on the phone. I guess you need a new head mutant. I guess that's me. Um, it's there's lots of things, or they could get what's his name? What was they could get Legion in? Just have Legion come in from the Fox series.
Oh God.
I
I
guess
know
this
that
is my
music
new job.
played, and we're getting X-Men '97. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It could be anything. They could bring in what's her name? The White Queen, Emma Frost.
Emma Frost.
Yeah, so get Emma Frost on the new Illuminati. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's her.
Me-
That's her
me-
jam. She'll start
Yeah,
her own
I mean,
Hellfire
really,
Club.
you got your.
She'll kill
Captain
everybody in the
Marvel.
Illuminati. Like, no, this is the Hellfire Club. This is
I
my-
mean, you'll sell some tickets. Put Emma Frost in it.
Yeah, but okay. But there you go. So you can rebuild that Illuminati, and this universe can be kept safe. Oh heck, you get Sue Storm, Emma Frost, Medusa.
Bros won't like it. That's too many chicks, bro. Too many chicks.
World
Too
War
many
II.
chicks.
Oh my God, the biggest travesty. Lilith, you're complaining about everything else in this movie. How closely did you watch those credits? Did you see the very first name? Under the all the names they thank of like comic creators. Did you see the first name they thanked? I mean, Danielle had to like throw me back down to my seat. Did you see the first name they thanked?
No.
What'd they think?
Bendis.
Shut the front door.
No, I was like, Bendis, that hack, no.
Fill out.
Oh, because was he involved with creating America?
I don't know. Was he?
I don't know what they would be thinking Bendis for, to be
wouldn't you
honest.
thank like Doctor Strange creators first? I mean, wouldn't you thank Stan Lee before anyone? Or Ditko? Somebody.
Did they do it in alphabetical order by first name? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't look, but yeah, I don't like. Well, I mean, here I'm looking at something. It's like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
why would you send this? I don't know.
Yeah, and maybe the other people got thanks elsewhere in the thing. I mean, I think Stan Lee gets the created by credit for him,
Yeah, but I was gonna say we didn't get any.
along with
We
was
didn't
that
get any-
Ditko? Did he work with Ditko on that, or was that someone
Yeah.
else?
Originally, yeah,
Yeah.
we
So,
didn't get any Stan Easter eggs, did we?
No, they don't. They're not doing that with Stan. They're letting that era pass. They
Bendis
don't
was
want
not.
to.
Bendis was not a creator of America Chavez. So I don't know why we're thinking of.
Okay. I don't know, man.
Maybe he gave money.
Yeah. Or maybe was he involved in the incursion stories? Or was
Was he writing some of those Avengers maybe at the time?
Oh, that could definitely
was
be
that
it.
or was that no? Or that was that
Maybe
Hitch?
because
Was that Hitch's Avengers?
Bendis
Or
might have been
Hickman's
writing
Avengers?
something Avengers
I
at
can
that
never remember.
point.
I always get Hickman and Hitch mixed up in my brain.
Yeah, but I think Bendis was writing something Avengers at the time, so
Okay.
So maybe, yeah.
he might have been on the committee that created those.
Oh, you know why?
versions.
Because they were all Skrulls the whole time. And it's the introduction. Oh, that's what. Because Christine Palmer, she married a Skrull.
No, she's the
And
one
they're
who did
thinking
that.
him. No, but her husband's a Skrull. That's why he's so interested in superheroes.
Oh,
And he's the first step in the Secret Invasion. And that's the Easter egg to let you know that, that's why they think Bendis.
No, you know how they turn all this around? Wanda's a Skrull.
The real Wanda's stuck in a cave somewhere. Just saying.
No, she's stuck on a ship somewhere. No.
She was taken. By the way, I like, and that's an interesting thing about World 838 Wanda, where she apparently did have a life and did have children. And we don't see who she had children with, but we're not going to ask too many questions right now. She's magical. But it's interesting in that idea that this is one who is arguably just as much the Scarlet Witch, but who didn't go crazy and didn't have all this happen to her.
Was it like before she was able to create those kids with her powers, but she didn't have to enslave a whole town to do it?
Yeah. Oh, well, no, actually, because you know what's interesting in this universe? I just realized that. There is no Ultron in this universe. Because there's no Tony Stark. Because Reed Richards made the Ultrons, or Hank Pym made the Ultrons. And they were actually all under control. They didn't use the Mind Stone to try and rewire the AI. They didn't try to stick some random space
where it didn't
artifact.
belong.
Yeah, that they, it's like, who
There's the
even
Tony
thinks
Clark-
to use a mother box to like build something?
They-
It's crazy alien technology, but maybe if we like throw it at the machine, it'll make it magic work.
The only reason we didn't see Tony Stark is because Tom Cruise was busy filming Mission Impossible 32.
No.
Marvel would never
No,
hire Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise would never work with Marvel because he has to be in control. He literally bought the studio because they didn't want to give him the rights to Mission Impossible. So he was like, I'm buying the rights, I'm buying the studio. Done and done. I want to do my own stunts. I don't want anybody stopping me. I am the boss.
I have to be the one hanging off that plane.
And
Marvel wouldn't let you do it. They wouldn't.
I don't think Disney would work with Tom Cruise.
That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. And he wouldn't work with them, is my point.
Yeah,
it's mutual. Disney, trust me.
Yeah,
talk about
Disney
a narcissist.
Would look at Tom Cruise and say, I can see where this is going. We're not going to go there. This guy is...
He's a consummate professional, don't get me wrong, but he's very much a control freak. If you live in Clearwater, you know.
Yeah,
and you know.
Like, stuff will come out at some point, And
Surviving Tom Cruise, absolutely.
More than it already has.
Oh, well, you don't even know.
Yeah, I mean, what I'll tell you is like most of the weird stuff about Tom Cruise has been relatively just kind of weird, obsessive, controlling kind of guy.
Yeah,
but like nothing like weird craziness. There's a Tom Cruise level crazy, and then there's a Johnny Depp level crazy, and then there's a Michael Jackson level crazy, and it's like these things can go up, and then you have Ezra Miller.
He's not crazy. He's just a hot mess. They just really need to rein him in because he's really not. They are really not as famous as they think they are to be pulling these shenanigans.
especially if Warner's is pulling their support. Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Ezra Miller is a guy,
a person.
He's a guy, and I'm sure he's a perfect. Oh, I'm sorry. They are a person. You are correct. I forgot.
Me too.
My apologies. They are a person, who, quite frankly, I'm sure they're a competent actor. I'm sure they would go on to do many great things, but
they're going through that temper tantrum phase that some stars go through, and I just wish that their family or their friends would just kind of come together and just
keep coming back to Ezra Miller every week with us.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna say
the best for them. Like, just get it together, man. You're gonna blow it.
The greatest natural disaster to hit Hawaii.
Well,
next to the Dole Company, but yeah.
They're no Elliot. What's his last name? From Umbrella Academy.
Oh, Elliot Page.
Oh, Elliot Page.
Yeah. Ezra is no Elliot Page. So Elliot Page, there is a person who has gone through a lot and has transitioned.
Handled it with grace. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with grace and aplomb and talent, and I'd love to see him in a lot more stuff. I kind of feel like, that guy is going to have a career.
Basically, all you need anymore is not to make negative headlines, and everyone thinks you're, so...
Yeah, don't threaten to kill
people.
Stay
home, man!
Exactly.
Yeah.
You want trouble, you can order trouble to your house. If you're famous enough, you can order trouble to your house. Come on.
Seriously.
They even have, you can get beer delivered to your house now, and it's like you don't
have
to go
famous,
to the bar.
I'm sure you can get anything.
Yeah, that's called your handler's job.
Exactly.
It's called the production assistant, bro.
Yeah, well, and that's the problem. I think they like the drama, and if you like the drama,
love me.
You shouldn't be an actor.
Keep the drama on.
Very
screen.
simple. Yeah. It's like you put the drama on the screen and then you go home and you make yourself some.
I just think a lot of people were upset that, and we all kind of knew this going in. Like if you if you knew, you knew that this was not a Doctor Strange movie. It's a Wanda movie. And, you know, I just heard people go, why is there so much Wanda in this movie? A lot of people hadn't even seen WandaVision from what I gathered around me. So a lot of people were really lost. Like, wait a minute. Where do these kids come from? Just like, yeah, you got to have a subscription service now, too. Like, you just to keep up.
I mean, to be fair, you know, I guess maybe that's a reality that, you know, you got to go back and now you got to go back and get the back issues. You know, if you, it's like if you really want to know what happened, here's what happened, and let's go to the back issues and let's.
Like there was no chaser, there was nothing. We were just in the movie, bro. They're like, nope, in the movie. We got 2 hours. Let's go.
Just threw out a quick reference to Westview. We had one quick sentence or two about Spider-Man. I mean, we're moving on.
And it's the question everybody wants to know. I know Spider-Man shoots webs out of his butt now. Too many people are asking that question. He definitely does it.
You know, well, that's why the other ones don't have it coming out of their wrists. Like Toby, they all do it, but Toby was just the one to actually have it on his wrists. So there we go. You know, it is what it is. You know, I still say I like the movie. I still think this is my.
I like the ideas. I just think everything smashed together. Still felt a little disjointed. Not a full story. Too busy telling other stories.
Okay, you know, and I here's what I'll tell you. If you wanted a Doctor Strange story, there's not a lot of them. They're not that good.
I know this. Listen, I know. I don't like the guy.
That's Charlie.
You know.
It was fine for me, but I'm just saying for a lot of people who did like him and showed up to see a Doctor Strange movie, they were pissed.
Well, and again, I guess here's what I'll say. I don't know what people want from a Doctor Strange movie, and I do like
Benedict Cumberbatch with his shirt off, in bed with Christine Palmer. That's pretty much all his fangirls want.
That's not the character. I mean, that is not who the character
You're
is.
asking me. I'm just telling you what I read. His Cumber bitches or whatever they call themselves. That's what they want.
It kind of is the character. There's been a few scenes of him waking up with.
Yeah, obviously Charlie really doesn't read Doctor Strange. He doesn't know.
No. Well, first off, not with
he's a Lothario, okay?
No. Yeah, he wakes up with lots of women, not with Christine Palmer. That's a different character.
Whoever it may be, I'm just saying, whatever chippy he wants, okay?
Yeah, he does often have a lady in his life, and that is an exception in this story. But you know, we have to establish that, and that's what we're going to get in. We just introduced Clea. That's where we get the.
But you asked me what they wanted, and I told you. Like, don't get mad at me. I know. I read in the fandom the little forums and stuff. So.
Like,
fair enough.
They wanted.
I don't like the man on a personal level. So
all right,
it's not what I want.
Okay.
Okay, before we grade this thing, you want to hear Moz Manzor's thoughts? Because from what I hear, they're pretty salty.
How long was it, Phil?
It's under 3 minutes. It's only like 2.5 minutes.
Oh, it was his first time. It's fine.
Oh, whoa! He's nervous. Well, come on. All right, kids. So yes, here we go.
Oh, Charlie doesn't know about our feedback thing. Never mind. He's like, "What's going on here?"
She compares it to penis size. Anyway, yes. This is Moz Manzor, Charlie co-host from Full Stream Ahead. So
arg.
I don't know. That pirate thing might be getting kind of tired.
Yeah, we
never.
That's what he was the last episode. He's like, I don't know if it still works or not.
Yeah, you know.
I think Moz was trying to talk you down though. He's like, come on, yeah.
Pirates are always cool, unlike zombies.
Hey, all right, let's get to Moz's thoughts here.
Hey guys, it's Moz. Sorry I couldn't join you today, but I did want to share my thoughts on this movie. Before I'd seen this movie, I thought Iron Man 3 was the worst Marvel movie of all time.
How dare you, Thor: The Dark World?
Well, welcome to the show, Doctor Strange, because this was, in my opinion now, the worst Marvel movie ever. It was so simple. It was pandering, convenient, mindless entertainment for people who maybe like taking a vacation from good storytelling. And even if the visuals and the fight sequences were really interesting, it would have been worth it. But even that wasn't that great. The fact that Wanda turns around and all of a sudden recognizes that she was wrong so easily, so simply, seems so unearned and silly to me. At first she's like, "Oh, what do you mean trillions of people died? My husband died. You can't possibly understand the pain I'm going through." Right. And if the infection in her mind is so strong that she can't see the fallacy in that comparison, how can I expect her to all of a sudden see the wrong in her ways in that moment? Wouldn't she still be pulled by the power to control everything, to reset it to a place where she would be comfortable, where the kids didn't know what she had done? How did that moment all of a sudden get through to her? I could understand maybe if she had actually killed the other Wanda and the kids had seen it, that moment would have had enough gravity to precipitate her understanding. But that moment, as it stood, was completely silly and useless. It was like their own Martha moment. The last 5 years, after seeing this movie, it makes me hate so much more of the rest of Phase 4 as well. I really feel like the last 5 years of Marvel have felt like the last 2 years of The Office. So that's how I feel about the movie.
We'll get that joke
absolutely terrible. They turned Doctor Strange into a bumbling idiot. He was supposed to be, the wisest wizard, and they started debasing his character in Spider-Man with him agreeing to do this stupid spell for a teenager because his feelings were hurt, right? And now because of that, we have to deal with all of this. And I thought maybe in that movie, it wasn't the real Doctor Strange. It was an alternate Doctor Strange. That's why he's acting so out of character. But this movie put the nail in the coffin. No, all Doctor Stranges are bumbling idiots. So I didn't like one single thing about this movie. I thought it was annoying, and I couldn't wait to get out of the movie theater. So those are my thoughts on the movie. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Well said, Buzz. Well said.
Coming in hot.
Yeah.
Our skinny rich friend. Thank you very much.
That's why they're crediting Bendis. Doctor Strange is the Skrull.
Yes, there you go.
It scrolls all the way down, man.
Okay, before we give our grades, as we were walking out of the theater last night, I asked Luca. Well, I didn't even ask him. Luca said he gave it 5.5 out of 10.
Damn.
How
old is Luca?
9. He's like 5.5 out of 10. I know.
Burn.
I said,
definitely your kid, Phil. Definitely.
And I said, was it scary? He's like, yeah, a little. He wasn't. He was like, yeah, a little. He's like, that wasn't bad. Because everyone was like, it's a horror movie, but it
wasn't. I mean, it had little Sam Raimi touches here and there, like with the zombie Strange and the little dead souls. Yeah. That was about it.
Yeah, it was PG-13. They couldn't get like a full R.
Everybody kept saying they were brushing up against R, and I'm like, how? Do you people not? You guys must not watch the same rated R movies I watch. I don't know.
There's more stuff in Little's house.
That's why.
Oh, do you want mine?
All right, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I give it an A+.
Of course.
Look, you know what?
How does mouse taste? Really? Tell me, Charlie. What does it taste like?
Okay, it's.
Does it taste like chicken? I'm just teasing you. My arch
I know. Well,
you.
it's a little insulting, honestly. Look, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I am a really crazy Marvel fan. So, Marvel at its worst, I can like, except for the Inhumans and Fantastic. And even there, I try to find something. This, I actually enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. I did think that Wanda earned her ending. I think everything about it, because that's, and not for nothing, that's how those kind of dark turns always are. It's always, I am evil, and then just that one thing brings you back, that one spark. That is classic storytelling, classic comic book storytelling. I know you're in there somewhere. So, yeah, that works for me. And, it's not for everybody, but not everything is for everybody.
Look, Ray says you rock, Charlie. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I get it. Not everyone's going to like it. That's fine. I enjoyed it. I felt it had everything I wanted. It delivered Marvel Easter eggs that we had been waiting for, and yet did it in such a way that we don't have to feel like now that's been established, that's what it's going to be going forward. It basically said, here's a version of it, but other versions can exist too. And I think that is a beautiful aspect of it. These are all really great things that tie together and build out where we're going with the stories. So that now the next time we see a Fantastic Four or an Inhuman or an X-Person, we're not going to feel like, oh, it has to be this one thing, because you know what? Not everything was that one thing. And, as to Doctor Strange, this is a Doctor Strange who is working through it, who's still learning. This is only his second film, and he got dusted for 5 years. So there's a lot of aspects of this guy's life that he's missing, probably dealing with trauma, probably growing through. And for him to have his turning moment where he says, I'm not going to steal the power because I realize that's the mistake. And when you get to the idea of the one way, this is the point of the one way. That this was the Doctor Strange that looked for the one way it worked and knew that just because he wanted a way to be the hero, he didn't have to be the hero. And that is actually the theme throughout all of these Doctor Strange stories we've seen, is him realizing, I don't have to always hold the knife. And I liked it. So there.
And now for the opposing. Drunk. And now for the no, he's sober. That's the part. Now for the opposing viewpoint.
It was a C plus.
Ooh.
I mean, it's not the worst thing Marvel's done. At least it was fun. And like I said, I liked the Wanda stuff for what it was. I like America Chavez, and I like that we didn't spend that much time with Doctor Strange. But like the mystical in Marvel, still, it just does not do it for me. I was kind of bored halfway through till we got to the Illuminati part, and of course the tentacle monster. Yeah. Those are my two favorite parts. So, well, all 10 minutes out of a 2-hour film. So yeah.
I don't think those are tentacles.
I'm okay. I mean, not on purpose, but honestly, I felt this was like a B movie, a grade B. Again, it wasn't.
Sam Raimi directed it, so
yeah, true.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't a perfect movie, but I mean, it
wasn't Thor: The Dark World.
I mean, Doctor Strange isn't a good person. I think they nailed his character. I mean, I like most of the movie. I wish they would have let Wanda have like a more heroic role in this, but
well, technically she does.
Well, at the end, yeah.
No, but I mean the other Wanda.
Oh, the other one. Yes, the other Wanda. Yeah, if I'm saying
that's the point. Is that in this, you get these different aspects of these people, and you see how people can be different in their own worlds, but also have something deep within them. In the same way that Mordo, even though he's the good Mordo in this, still a bit of a jerk, and still jealous of Strange.
Oh well, hold on. Ray's got some thoughts here. You most likely covered it, but Wanda's intro was a bit clunky. Other than that, it was fun, not up there, but not terrible. Great portrayal of Strange, and he gives it a 7 out of 10.
I didn't say her name. You didn't tell me her name. I was like, oh, you get out of here. Get out of here.
Smells sweet.
Yeah.
Jigs up.
Oh, you came here to talk about West? No, I didn't come here to talk about Westview.
Yes. Well,
Yes, we know.
If you didn't know about Westview, just look it up, guys. Just
look
at the editor's box. Go back. It's easy enough to find. You can get it.
That might turn some people off, though. They're like, "Oh man, now we got to get Disney Plus." Because to be fair, Disney Plus. I mean, yes, they have some subscribers, but it's not like a lot like they were expecting. They've missed the mark on their subscriber goals. If you are in on the business calls and stuff, so that might turn some people off if that's going to be a continuing.
You don't need Disney Plus any more than you actually needed to read a back issue. Just picked up the Marvel Handbook. So instead of going to buying Disney Plus, you go to YouTube, look in WandaVision New Rockstars. There you go. That's everything you're going to need to know.
Okay. No offense, no shade. I like Rockstars for Rick and Morty, but that's about it.
Okay,
everything
well
else,
then, one of the other, Screen Crush, Matt Pat.
You're a bad nerd, Charlie.
What?
Screen Crush is terrible too. You're a bad nerd.
Mr. Sunday Movies. You want Mr. Sunday Movies? They're good too.
There you go.
Okay,
What
I
about
listened to all of
Now
them.
we're back up there. Okay.
What about Full Scream Ahead?
Did I review? Oh yeah, I
Did
did.
it?
So
I'm
there you go.
pretty sure,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's free, and you get the breakdown. And Maz
Exactly.
actually liked that show, so there we go.
Yeah.
It's probably why it hurts him so.
Yeah, well, exactly. He went in with big expectations, and he even knew about it, and he still didn't like it. So even knowing about Westview doesn't save it if there's something about it that doesn't hit you right. You have
And
to
then
be.
also, there were so many questions left from WandaVision. You're just like, but what happened to that? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind.
They don't even I mean, the only time they mention Vision when she's like, "Yeah, none of it mattered. I had to put I put a hole through the man I love's head, and none of it mattered." Thanos still got that freaking stone. He still snapped.
Oh well, but you see, but that's the point.
Yeah.
If Strange hadn't given Thanos the
Oh
time
yeah,
stone,
I
he
know
wouldn't
that.
have been
but-
able to do it. That's the thing. If Strange had run with the time stone, if he'd done anything else,
Yeah.
Thanos would have gone to the Battle of Wakanda, and he would have realized he got there too late,
Yeah.
and that was going to be that he would not have been able to.
Well, yeah, and that all was going to happen. He picked the right way to go, and Wanda's like, you know what? If that's the case, I didn't have to, put a hole through Vision's head.
Well, no, he would have had to put a hole through Vision's head.
Well, Thanos would have did it. If Thanos would have did it, because he rewound time, then he did it.
Yes, but if Strange hadn't given him the time stone, he wouldn't have been able to rewound time. So basically, if you as a time scale,
It's a chicken and an egg, bud.
Yeah, if Doctor Strange had just noped out, by the time he got to Battle of Wakanda, the stone would have been lost, and he would not have any way to reform it. And that changes that dynamic entirely.
Yes.
Now, why that wasn't the one way? Probably because something else bad happens. Because in that moment, Thanos just destroys the planet Earth, or tears something else apart till he can get the time stone and then rewind it, and maybe that tears apart all of time and space. There are all sorts of problems that could happen that lead to bigger and worse problems.
Yeah. And in 2 months, we get Thor.
Yay!
I'm
And that would be good.
All right. So, are we done here? Yes. Lil's like, I'm
As we'll
sober
ever
now.
be.
All right. So, those dogs must be tearing the house
Yeah,
apart.
they were.
All right. So, all right, kids. So, send us your thoughts. What did you think of, I was about to say WandaVision, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness? Email your thoughts, CapesandLunatics. We can read them on the next episode. CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Yes, email them in just like Moz did. Again, you can
He
find
rustled up some feedback. Russell.
Well, maybe Russell didn't see the movie yet.
You got to rub that one in.
All right, so follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find all the links for all the various social medias for all the shows we do, including a new monthly show coming up. Here it is.
It's a secret.
Rob already blew that secret, Lil.
Okay.
5 minutes after we were done, he's like,
Oh, Ray said Russell has.
"Oh, has he? Well, where's my damn feedback, Russell?" All right. All right, so yes, so follow all the social medias, find everything that we're up to. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can watch this episode and every other one we do live. So smash that subscribe button.
Smash it.
So you don't miss any episode. And most importantly, please subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, we're paying for this out of our own pocket. Every little bit helps. With $3 to $5 gets you the exclusive early access to creator interviews. Another monthly show, Mr. DG Chichester talks to me and Lilith every month.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And
Chester chats.
superhero movie bracket. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time. April, we crown the Marvel winner. And then in May, we will start the DC movies with Batman Forever versus Batman and Robin. It will not be Ice to see you. So subscribe to
Kristen.
subscribe to the Patreon, or pick yourself up some Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch.
Have a shirt. Have some Skittles.
She's got a rat rockets. All right, so Find links to everything at Linktree, linktr.ee/CapesandLunatics. All right, Miss Lilith Hellfire, where can people find you?
Oh, I just want to say you're welcome. I wore this shirt all day to all 4 different comic book stores. You're welcome.
Better wear it to all those conventions too.
So if you guys want to handle me on the interwebs, you can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, on Instagram at Lilith Hellfire69, and of course on TikTok, making comments, not content, at Lilith Hellfire69. Help me get to 669, guys. Come on.
Remember, kids, we're only 9 weeks away from episode 269.
Hey,
Who knows what Hellfire will have cooked up for us?
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
We might just do them both.
Hey-oh!
Oh, rape and murder, I'll tell you that.
Oh.
Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro.
Charlie, yes, sir.
Well, if you'd like to write to me in that old-fashioned email way the way our mothers and fathers once did, do so at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things when I feel like it, like parts of Naomi when they actually do something interesting. At Charlie Esser, that's CharlieEsser. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality.
Bing. So you tweeted never?
You know, I try to, and you see, here's the. I like Naomi as a comic book, but I'm just. It is so slow. I don't know where they're going, or worse, I feel like I know exactly where they're going. I don't know why they won't go there.
They actually did some stuff this week, but it's like the penultimate to the season finale. It's
Take
like
a drink, future Lilith. Hit the bingo card, kids.
Yeah, it's. I mean, they did something, but I don't know. I guess they could.
You know, that could have been something towards the beginning of the season. You know.
And they named the bad guy Brutus.
Classic. Olive oil, where you at, girl?
I was gonna say, is she gonna eat her spinach?
That was a deep cut. I don't think Gen Z would get that reference. They're gonna definitely Google that one tonight.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us for a review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Scarlet Witch in the Multiverse of Madness.
All right, but until
America
next week,
Chavez in the Multiverse of Madness.
For another week, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
Thank you for joining us, Ray.
Good morning, mate.
Yes, that's right. Sunday morning for Ray. Or early afternoon, something. See, all you people say you can't catch us live. Australia catches us live. Gotta catch them all.
Yeah, they definitely got Pokemon down there.
What? All right. Thank you for joining us. And remember, Doctor Strange is bad at his job. Good night.
Frank Castle can suck it.